All right, everybody, doing the recording right now. Uh, welcome back. It's been a while. I am been a while, should I say? And I am motivated to do I am videos. So I tell you at the top of the recordings, I break grammar rules on purpose. Instead of saying my recordings, I'll say I am recordings. Instead of saying your, I'll say you. I take the R off the word your and you. So instead of give you an epitome, so instead of saying your car, I'll say you car. Instead of saying your home, I'll say you home. Instead of saying your family, I'll say you family. So you realize you are the family. And so that goes along with Amology. So instead of saying my family, I am family. You see that? I am family. Instead of saying my home, I'll say I am home. Like I am home. And I am that home. Instead of saying my community, I'll say I am community. Because you are. You are community. And you are that community. So, establish that at the top. And I'm going to show you I Am's book. And I'll show you some, I was going to say other authors, but I'll go ahead and say that. I'll show you I Am as other authors' books. So on this channel here, you will get something different, but more awakened, more as alignment instead of in alignment, as alignment. So I do things with prepositions as well. My entire purpose as this channel, and I'm not going to say for, because I also in I Am videos say I adjust and exchange prepositions, and I do all these things taking the R off the word your, saying I am videos instead of my videos, I am house instead of my house, changing the prepositions around. Now all of those tactics that I use, well, I'm not going to say tactics, I'll say all of those methods, let's say methods, that I use are to give you, or not so much give you, but to assist you as the experiential first cause reality. So that you can experience you-self. See how I took the R off the word your and say you-self, and I am self, as first cause. Let me check. I believe my camera just stopped recording. Oh, still recording. So I just said something, my camera, right? So I'm going to break the rules. I am camera. So sometimes my cameras, I am cameras, right? Okay, listen, for the sake of these videos, the language is going to be an unorthodox language or just odd language. Just say odd. Kind of awkward. But the purpose is that you, during these recordings, and at Amology, because you got psychology to study the psyche, biology to study the body, physiology to study physics, astronomy to study of astronomy, theology to study of theology. But the focus here is I Amology. Okay? Now, I'm going to explain why I'm wearing a shirt that says security. When you are, I avoid using words like, I don't use any words that take you up here. I don't use the words mind. I don't use the word subconscious, mind. I don't use the words think. I don't use the words thinking. I don't use the words though. because all that language carries you up here. And this is where everyone mostly is trying to get away from. Like, our head is a beautiful gift. Our brain is a beautiful gift. There's nothing wrong with the brain. Nothing wrong with the head. We're not going to talk about the head like it's not good. But most beings get stuck up here, not so much because this wonderful head is a issue, but it's the recordings that are locked in via the mental process as the brain. So the brain is good as long as the brain is clear. See, some beings talk about education. They make education, that's nice. Anyone can educate themselves on any topic and become very good at that topic or that subject. But education doesn't create good beings. You see? Because usually if you observe someone who's extremely intelligent, the more intelligent someone is, the least compassionate they are. And when you find beings that are extremely intelligent, they tend to behave in ways and do things that are not supportive of peace, not supportive of respecting others. Because some beings will actually sell themselves the idea that as long as they don't feel what they're doing to others, that keeps them safe. Like they can see, there's an illusion that you can do unto others and not do as and back unto the body self you are. Because see, some beings, if you feel like you are, like, okay, let's say, nature designed male to be able to accommodate more than one female. Nature does. And I'm going to say this on this recording. And I will say this occasionally on this channel. Because that's the truth. That's the truth. Just look at that. Don't get uncomfortable and argue with that. If you look at how nature made a man's body, a man can impregnate in 1 year 100 women. In 1 year. But a woman can only get impregnated by one man. Now, some women don't prefer to hear that because in the Western world, women always want to compete with men and prove that they can do everything a man can do. And some women do that well. But now, women, put down your guards. Listen to this. The more a woman competes with a man to prove that she can do everything a man can do, the less things she do as the woman she was created to be. She becomes a male female. Some women call themselves alpha females, okay? Tends to not be a good partner for the male counterpart. That'll be like a man trying to do everything a woman does. How would you believe that man would be a better partner to a woman if he does everything a woman does? I like to clean. I grew up clean. I had my chores, so I clean. But I'm not doing that to take the place of a woman. I'm a man. I love being an I am man. I'm grateful I am self in the world as a male. I live up to I am male responsibilities. I don't run from that. I am grateful to be a male. I'm not confused about that. I was born in a male body to carry out male duties, to carry out male responsibilities. Masculinity is not a bad thing. No one should promote that masculinity is bad. We need masculinity. We have femininity and we have masculinity. Masculinity and femininity, both together, create something wonderful, life. So, I will say, and I'm not afraid to say, it's not a man's job to try to act like a woman, and it's not a woman's job to try to act like a man when they're living true to nature. not society, but to nature. So, again, I will say, women, put down your guards, don't get angry. A lot of you women need to really understand this about men so that you don't call men dogs and cheaters. And men, you all need to really have more confidence and study the I am nature as yourself so that you can be very upfront and honest to you women. Like, see, not your women, you women, because they are you. So if you hurt them by being dishonest, you're going to hurt yourself. That's why I'm wearing this security shirt. The real security is I am awareness. Because if you lie, first, if a man lies to himself about the true nature he is, and he try to uphold that lie because that lie appears to be more acceptable, then he will and must lie to the woman to get in because she needs to believe that lie to feel comfortable. But the reality of it is there are some men who can be fine with one woman. But there are some men, most men are designed for more than one lady. But man is trying to do that as man and not as I am. See, when you do that as I am, what happens is once you evolve as I am, you inherit automatically. You don't have to work for these. You will inherit qualities. See, the heart is qualities, not has, but the heart is qualities. The head is traits. See, the head does not have qualities. Traits, qualities. Problem solver. Questions, answers. Finite, infinity. Intelligence, wisdom. Intelligence is trying to go where wisdom already is. We have AI. That's wonderful. It's a pretty good tool. But man can make AI. But I am self as man and woman and children. And it brings I am to this. So I'm touching on some really good things. You're staying with I am. The real security as life, not just in life, but as life, is to be self-aware. Self-awareness. I'm talking as, and speaking as, excuse me, real self-awareness. Not who you, THINK you are, but what you really are. There's a wonderful speaker on YouTube, and I watch his videos. He has really great information. I learn from his videos, and most of what I hear from his videos is confirmation of what I've already received as within, out, as I am. Let me say that. Most of what I hear on his videos is what I am already a revelation as. What I've already realized I am. And then I'll hear he speak what I already am, which is a confirmation. And I would say more support than confirmation. Let me check I am moments and see if I'm still recording. Yes. So I really don't need confirmation because I know what I am. The wisdom I am comes as and from what is within. So that's the confirmation because I'm self-aware. When you're not self-aware, you're externally aware, then you need confirmation. Excuse me. But I'm going to say this. I am grateful to hear I am self echoed back. I would say that. Well, anyway, this one speaker, he's really great. And he says the text that we all know as, which is not the complete text. 1905, 18 books, I believe 20 books were taken out of what we know today as the Bible. 18 books. 18 to 20 books. So it was actually 88 books, but now it's 66. So that makes 20 books were taken out. There's 66 books there. And then before 1905, there was some other books taken out. Now, with Orchin Spacibia. Orchin Spacibia. Orchin Spacibia. Orchin Spacibia in Russian means thank you very much. I am so grateful to Vladimir Putin. What a wonderful leader. Awesome. 5 stars, 2 thumbs up. Great leader. Well, he came out and revealed some information. Now the whole world is like, whoa, adjusting to this. Many beings already knew that was true. But Vladimir Putin, someone came out with a video. She was like, oh, why did they have him hitting with a vault? Sister, let me tell you something. I should have gotten the name of that young lady. Be grateful that he came out with it. Because he didn't have to do that. He could have left everything the way everything has been over centuries. Incorrect information about what we know as the Bible. Now, there's a guy, Dr. Ray Hagan. He comes from a whole different angle. Now, the first text, the character was not J-E-S-U-S. Excuse me. The first name was Yeshua, then it was Heru, then Horus, Osiris, Isis, the mother of Horus. His name is Mary and Joseph, mother of the name that we know today. However, anyone that comes out and says anything about Vladimir Putin, stop it. Stop that. I'm going to call that an it. That's not an I am, that's an it. This man has done an awesome job. He's done a wonderful thing. He did something that not one other leader in this world has done. And all the time in history, he's the only leader that came out and told the truth about Scripture. No other president in the United States, which I would have loved to see Obama do this, but no other president in the United States, no other president in Kemet, aka known as Africa, no other president. And I have love for Malimba, have love for Ingram Tory, and all the presidents who are waking up and putting Africa on the right course. Thank you. But none of them did what Vladimir Putin did. Nobody in London, Paris, France, Germany, none of these countries, Italy, none of them did what Putin did. And all the continents and all the countries in the continent of Kemet, aka Africa, South America, Mexico, Canada, none of them did what Vladimir Putin did. That puts him in a class by himself. Vladimir Putin is a real world leader. That's for sure. I'm going to go ahead and call him a brother. He has good heart. He did not have to do that. He could have left those pictures in the vault like they are in Italy. But he brought them out and he introduced them to the world. So anybody in America, I saw this sister put up this video. Sister, I know you don't mean any harm, but stop that. Even if I brought the pictures out right now, you're going to say, oh, why did he wait so long? Be grateful that I brought them out for the world to see. Focus on that. I'm going to get her name next time I do a recording. I'm going to mention that. So if there's any recordings coming out trying to attack or knock what Vladimir Putin did, stop. Because that man did one thing that no other leader in this entire world has ever done from century to century to century. Vladimir Putin put out what we call the Bible, who the scriptures are really about. And now the whole entire world has to adjust. And I say this again, on the continent of Africa, the motherland, not one leader even there came out and said and did what Vladimir Putin did. Which is why I'm so grateful to all the African countries that are opening their hearts to Vladimir Putin in Russia and China. Yes. And Brazil. And eventually, I believe Korea going to come in there somewhere. I know Cuba's on board. But I'm just saying, Vladimir Putin did an awesome thing. So what I'm saying to you on this video here, I'm not going to say that text is a book of psych. There's a great speaker on the internet, and he says the Bible is a psychological manual. It's a book about mind science. That's not true. I love this brother. He's very good. He's a great speaker. And I purchased, I have about 6 of his books. And I support his channel. And I always leave encouraging comments. But I tell you right here and right now, on this channel, I Am Publications, and I Am Curriculum is Amology. The book that we know, which was called Another Spiritual Text before the Europeans put the word Bible on that book. That book was never meant to be a psychological manual. That book is a I-am-ological manual. That book is the study as I am. And known as Yadivahi, God, Buddha, Krishna, Tao, whatever. Many names for different religions. Allah for Muslims. But there's only one I am. I say I am because in Exodus 3, I say I am 3:13 through 18, aka translation Exodus 13 through 18 says I am's name, and I'll be known as I am as generation. That's why we say I amology here. The study as I am. Even as you are listening as I am to I am, you are I aming. You are I aming all day long, every day, every week, every month, every year, every moment, every second, every minute, every hour. You are I aming. You can never. Here's a book written by a gentleman who dedicated his entire life to the subject, and he was a student. Now, he has a lot of videos on the internet, but a lot of beings are jumping on board studying Neville Goddard. But I'd like all of you to know who are upholding Neville Goddard's videos. Some beings even read from Neville Goddard's books and speak on his videos and teach based on his videos. Neville Goddard, the first book I received of Neville Goddard was Your Faith is Your Fortune. I like to take off the R and say you faith, because you are faith and you are fortune. You are the fortune, you are the faith, and the fortune you are. You the faith, you the faith is the fortune you are. Now, one of the things that Neville Goddard, a lot of these readers and speakers, purposely, they don't mention Abdullah. Now, see, Vladimir Putin would mention Abdullah. You know why? Because Abdullah is from Ethiopia. And Abdullah was Neville Goddard's teacher. Neville Goddard had the love, and I'm not going to use the word D-E-S-I-R-E on this channel, or W-A-N-T. Those are trap words for keeping you W-E-W-A-N-T-I-N-G and D-E-S-I-R-I-N-G. Any speaker that has the precious attention of an audience should never tell them to D-E-S-I-R-E something or W-A-N-T something. You are everything. Brings I am to I am book. Let me get my pencil because my pencil's going to start falling. Every time I grab my I am book, the pencil starts falling. You are everything, and everything is you. So you don't need to be saying D-E-S-I-R or DESIRING or WANT or WANTING. I'm going to prove that. Look at I am 23:1 hyphen translation Psalms 23:1. I am self. I shall not WANT. Then the very next chapter is I am 24/7. Excuse me. I am 24:1 hyphen translation Psalms 24:1. I am the earth, the fullness thereof, all the things that you could WANT, homes, cars, you the invisible substance as the homes, as the cars, as the jewelry, as the clothing, as this, the world, home and world are synonyms, and all of those who dwell therein. So any speaker talking to you, telling you, and using the words DESIRE, DESIRING, WANT, WANTING, why are they doing that? This is why Amology exists. This is why I am doing these videos. Anyone saying that they DESIRE, something that they love or someone they love, and I don't mean trying to use no magic to try to convince and coerce somebody to you, because there are some beings who do that. You shouldn't be doing that. You don't try to interject your ideas into somebody's brain and convince them to covertly persuade them. That's not cool. But I'll tell you this. When you are I am, nobody can get you like that. They can only get you like that if you're living up here. Remember this. Before the body was, I am. Before the body was with the brain and the skull, I am. You cannot influence I am. But if somebody living in their head, you can get them. You kind of mess with them a little bit. But when they're I am, that backfires. See, that's the security in being I am. That's the security in being awakened as I am. That's the security. When you awaken as I am, you begin to realize yourself 360 degrees infinitely. You see that you are what you're putting out and you are what's coming back to you body. You the infinite being sending out you self and then coming back. So self-awareness is self-empowerment. And that's the security you are. You like to send out non-loving feelings towards someone? You are that coming back to you in the form of the three-dimensional holographic, what's called reality, which is not, is this three-dimensional world is unreal compared to the true reality I am. But I am self out. I am body will receive that I am as the form what appears as people, places, things, moments, circumstances, events, and experiences. And you cannot intellectually stop that. I'll tell you why. You cannot intellectually create the breath as life. You cannot intellectually, I don't care how many swift, you got beings who are very swift with AI and technology. You can sit in your laboratories. You guys can sit around and talk, have your coffee. You can trade stocks better than some beings. You can do all, you can sit around and go, man, I'm smarter than this guy. But you're not wise. Yeah, some beings, they got the money-making thing down. But they don't have the hardest piece. There are a lot of beings who are wealthy, beautiful homes. And because of what they are, their partner mirrors them. And if you drove by some of those homes, those big, beautiful homes, you'll hear disturbances in there. See, because they got the intellect down, but they're not up as the I am. See, and once you really awaken here, you realize this is not the place to be. And then you move away from the traits and start enjoying the qualities you are. Because the heart is a reality as qualities. And the head is a place as traits. Problem, solver. Questions, answers. Intelligence, wisdom. Wisdom is always greater than intelligence. And one gentleman has a video, he said, there are a lot of beings who are wise, but they're not financially well off. But that's not true. You can take the wisdom, you can use the wisdom, and not take, because you can't take wisdom, you are wisdom. You wake up as wisdom, and you activate as wisdom, and you can allow wonderful, what appears to be creations. They're already, what three-dimensional holographic beings, they'll see creations, but I'm already a reality as what appears to be a creation. And I'm just allowing the reality I am. See, I'm going to tell you right now, you cannot intellectually, all your intelligent friends, you're sitting around and you guys are clicking and doing all this, but you can't make a fingernail that grows, that you can clip and then that fingernail grows again. You cannot even make that's a fingernail. I'm not saying to make the finger and the hand. You cannot make the breath that's life. You're breathing, but you can't see breathing. You're hearing, but you can't see hearing. You're smelling, but you can't see smelling. You're seeing, but you can't see sight. You're feeling, but you can't see feelings. Before everything was, before intelligence was, I am. Before the intellect was, I am. So before the brain was put in a skull, in a head attached to the body, I am. The first organ created, the first organ developed is the heart. That's when the doctor says to the mom, you're pregnant. The heart creates all the other organs, including the body. Also, the heart creates the brain. Now, the brain is not superior to the heart. You know why? If you try to stay up 7 days or 2 weeks, the brain will crash. And I hope that you're not driving or flying a plane. You want to knock off. You can't try to stay up 2 weeks. It ain't going to happen. But the heart is always pumping. When the brain crashes, the heart, every night, for those of you who can sleep 8-9 hours a night, be grateful. That's beautiful sleep, peaceful sleep. That means you're at peace. You can sleep. You don't have a lot of noise here. See, a quiet brain is a healthy brain. A noisy monkey brain is an unhealthy brain. It makes an unhealthy body because you can't sleep. You can put your head on the pillow at night and go to sleep and sleep through the night. That's a beautiful gift. You wake up, the brain is sharper, it's clear, the brain is healthier, the whole body, right? So silence, voice. This is too loud. You usually can't hear what's coming as here. So again, before the body was, that has a head attached, that has a brain and a skull, I am. So the intelligence will never be the predecessor as wisdom. Wisdom precedes